Yo, 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 welcome to another episode, bonus episode, if you will. Warriors is Now One podcast. It's your boy, Izzy, Too Real. Yeah, we just gonna talk about this Warriors King series, man. That's just been a beautiful sight to see for both teams going on right now. Um, Man, the Warriors squeaked by the skin of their teeth with this game for a win, 125 to 126, and it could have went a whole nother way. And if it would have went that way, then it would have been the end of the series pretty much. So I think the Warriors knew what they needed to do to start things off for the last three games, if you will, of the series, if it's even going to be three games. But first team to two now is the winner. So it was something that was very good to see for the Golden State Warriors. It was a game that they really could have won earlier, but you just never you can't take your eyes off the Sacramento Kings. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal, if you will. You got to keep the pressure on because them boys is not gonna stop. The athletic Kings, especially DeAaron Fox. Again, I know I probably keep saying this, but let's get this man his flowers, man, because what he's able to do out there and keep that team alive, where they can still be able to be close in a win is phenomenal. It is phenomenal on a whole nother level. Even without the help. I think that if you get him a number two guy, especially for the next couple years, I could see this Sacramento team being something like how the Warriors were when the Warriors franchise kind of started to really dwindle out. I could see Sacramento being that next team to go. Not Memphis, I see it being Sacramento, especially if you were to give De'Aaron Fox a real number two guy. I was thinking during the game, I was like, damn, if De'Aaron Fox had a guy like Bradley Beal with him, there's no telling where they could go. Even though they're both really not great defenders, I just was like, man, if he had a second guy that could score with them, like De'Aaron Fox, it would have been like De'Aaron Fox, a guy like Bradley Beal, it would have been something that would have been very nice for Sacramento, and they probably even would have beat the Warriors. But again, let's talk about this game. Harrison Barnes with the last shot of the game that was off. It was one of those shots where you kind of was praying like, please, man, don't let this go in. But in my mind, I was saying, no, not this time. This it's not gonna happen this time because to me, all through the season, it's been where the Warriors would come to the last couple seconds and they would lose the game after being up. The first game that really comes to mind is just that Utah Jazz game where the turnover happened where it was taking the ball out of bounds, and then Kelly Olynyk gave the ball to Beasley for a layup on the other end, and they won the game. It was like 105, 106. It was something that was so heartbreaking because it was a game that the Warriors had, and it was pretty much in the bag. And then a couple different things kind of turned the game to a different direction where Utah ended up winning that game. But almost was the same thing this game. I do want to say there was four. I counted them. There were four stupid ref calls that were reversed. Off the top of my head, I really don't remember them all, but I can remember a couple of them. The first one, there was a kickball that took place, and then the referee didn't call a kickball, but he blew the whistle and then said, my bad," like it was an inadvertent whistle. And then with that, the Warriors still had possession of the ball. I believe it was GP2. He had possession of the ball, and then the referee says, "We're gonna jump it up because nobody had possession of the ball." No, you were supposed to call the jump ball, not the jump ball. You're supposed to call the kick ball and recycle the shot clock to 14, but somehow Sacramento ends up with a possession off of a jump ball. That was one. Then there was another one where at the very end where, damn, what happened? They gave Sacramento the ball. Something happened where they end up giving Sacramento the ball, and that's where Sacramento got the Steph Curry technical. I believe the rule is, because I believe this happened to the Warriors in 2007 or 2008, one of those 2 years, where they didn't have a timeout and they called the timeout. It never really changed possession of the ball. It usually just gives the technical free throw and then you retain possession. I don't know if it's a rule that changed or if it's a rule that's probably been in there and I just don't really remember. I don't know, but it was just kind of weird how the whole possession changed. But and then there was another call earlier where there was a foul call and they caught it on the wrong. They caught on Kevon Looney. It was a screen, and they said Kevon Looney kind of inched out what he really didn't. There was just some flaky calls from the referees, but still, I do believe that there were some calls that they tried to give to Sacramento to keep this game close when the Warriors were starting to run away with it. Even though Sacramento was still going to go on a run, but I'm just babbling. Anyway, good game from the top three guys. Steph Curry, of course, with his 36, I believe, or 32. Klay Thompson had his 26, and then I believe Jordan Poole had 22, and then Wiggins had 18. So just having those four guys being able to score the way that they did, or just being able to have those four guys in general to have as your four main scorers is just it's just a plus. It's such a plus. And then you have Draymond, who went out there. He shot 14 shots, so he had 14 field goals. He got up there, only made 3, but it still was dope to see him get those shots up. And make himself be a threat of some sort, because those layups are going to start falling after a while. He missed a few bunnies that was wide open, but any day of the week he usually makes those. So I don't see him continuing to miss those moving forward in the playoffs. Same thing with Andrew Wiggins. He does miss a few of them. There was one where he had wide open and he was going, I don't know if he was going to dunk it or lay it up, and he lost it out of his hand, and they made it look like that Sabonis got a block. But no, he just lost the ball out of his hand when he was going up. He usually gets probably one of those a game, but in any event, through all the stumbles that they had, they still were able to come out on top and win this game with the heroics of Steph Curry, with a great team effort. And again, just give Kevon Looney his props, man. Just another game with 10 plus rebounds. He had 14 rebounds on the night, or on the day, because it was an early game, which was, man, just a plus to have. This is something that this Warriors team has been needing and been starving for. A guy that can be able to be an interior presence and can grab rebounds. And that's what Loon has done, making it like, well, hey, we don't need to go grab nobody on the free agent market. I can hold it down. So, still good sight to see for that. So in any event, the Warriors again go tie the series now. It's 2-2, heading back to Sacramento for a game on Tuesday for Game 5, which is pivotal. The Warriors have to win a game on the road. It's not a question. It's not even something to continuously think about. Now, in order for them to win this series, they have to win a game on the road, whether it's Game 5 or Game 7. They have to win a game on the road. It's no longer a question. And at some point, if you win Game 5 and you somehow lose Game 6, you got to win Game 7 on the road, or you're going home. So that's the thing that they have to think about. Not have to think about. They already know this is a team of veterans. It's a team that's been there 4 different times, really 6 times. They lost 2 of them, won 4. They know what they got to do. So I don't really, like I said, I don't have a thought in my mind that they're going to get it done. It's just, they're going to have my heart racing in the time that they have to do it. So just like today, it was one of those games where I knew that they were going to pull it out, but still that didn't mean that they didn't have me on the edge of my seat and have me sweating on my ball head. And I was worried. I was worried for a second, especially once the technical situation happened and then they gave the ball back to Sacramento and then Fox hits the 3 over Draymond. It was really one of those like, damn, man, this could be the same thing that's happened all season, where they have a game in pocket and then lose it in the last 2 seconds or 3 seconds or so. So it was the last play where DeAaron Fox got the ball. He got it in the backcourt, which is a thing that we've seen Ja Morant do as well. It's to get the momentum, to get a head start so they could drive in and get to try to get a layup, just to get that momentum, try to speed past the defender. That's really what that's for, and that's what they were that's what he was ganging up for, was De'Aaron Fox. But Steph was able to move his feet, and even though he didn't foul, but he was able to kind of keep swiping at the ball to keep De'Aaron Fox at bay. And then when De'Aaron Fox went to the left, there was Draymond there to be able to come and help. So now he really had nowhere to go and kind of fumbled the ball a bit. And that's when he had to pass to Harrison Barnes on the left wing for the 3 with about, a second left. And thank God it missed. It tied the series. And again, we're going back to Sacramento for a Game 5. And last time that I was on here, I gave a prediction. I'm not even going to do that no more to jinx anything. I know in my mind what it is, so I'll talk about it after the series maybe, or even after Game 5. But I'm not going to jinx anything right now. I kind of know what it is. Just say that it's not going to be easy at all. for either team, but especially this championship Warrior team. I think this is going to be the hardest journey that they've ever had to face to try to get to a championship. So we'll see how it goes from here. But again, congrats to the Warriors. Well, Draymond did come off the bench, so we'll see if he's gonna come off the bench again for Game 5. I think that's where it's kind of heading right now, and then we'll see after that. But still was good for Draymond to damn near get a triple-double coming off the bench. So the selflessness of this team and the selflessness of the players is just, man, it makes this team so special. That's all I really got to say about that. As far as wrap-ups, the Philadelphia 76ers wrapped up their series with the Brooklyn Nets, ended that series. The Nets went home, but the bigger story is really Joel Embiid. I think he has an injury right now, so they got to see if they can get him back healthy before the next series start, which might be a minute the way that these series is going. Milwaukee is down 2-1 to Miami. Victor Oladipo with a nasty injury, so prayers is up to him. Hope he can make a speedy recovery. But the shockingness of Miami being up on Milwaukee without Giannis Antetokounmpo, so let's put that caveat out there. He is out, so that's why Miami is pretty much in the lead of this series right now. But he could make a return for Game 4, but we'll see from there. Memphis down 2-1 to the Lakers. That series could be over. As much as at first I wanted the Lakers to win, but the more that I keep thinking about it, it's like, nah, maybe it'll be a better matchup to have the Memphis Grizzlies than the Lakers, because the Lakers is a big team. But the way that they're kind of handling things right now with the Memphis Grizzlies, who just maybe talk a little bit too much, it may be starting to look like they put their foot in their mouth a little bit, because LeBron and AD out there is not playing in the way that they have their role players around them, especially Austin Reeves, who's playing like the best role player you've ever seen in your life. But they call him light skin, and damn it, he's playing his ass off, so he's earned the nickname. But the Lakers up 2-1. They have their Game 4, I believe, tomorrow, the 25th. So on Monday. So there'll be Game 4 in Memphis. Memphis might pull that out, but let's go ahead and just put it out there. Memphis might pull that game out because they know how important it is. If they don't, it's over. So I do see Memphis pulling out Game 4, tying up that series too. So they might end up going 6 or 7 games as well. So that's pretty much it. The Knicks up 3-1 on the Cavs, which is a shocker in a way, but it's not. Just the veteran coach of Tom Thibodeau is just kind of beating up on a bigger staff a little bit. But in any event, the Cavaliers might be done. They might get another game, but the Knicks got this. They're going to advance to the next round. And the Boston Celtics are now up 3-1 on the Atlanta Hawks. So that's how the series is panning out right now. I do think we get the Phoenix and Clippers Game 5 on Monday. We get the Lakers and Grizzlies on Monday as well. Plus, I believe the Milwaukee and Miami series. So we'll keep the playoff watch going. I'm going to keep popping in on these videos maybe every 3 days or so. I'm not going to do it every day. I might, but then we'll see. We'll see how my time goes around here and around the office and things. So you guys have a good rest of your week. We'll check back in the middle of the week with more playoff basketball. But yeah, let's get it, man. Playoff basketball season is here. If you guys got any questions, any comments, again, remember, you can always send those to warriorsince901pod@gmail.com. That's warriorsince901pod@gmail.com. You guys have a good week, and don't forget to like and subscribe down below on the YouTube channel. And yeah, you guys have a good one. Peace out, man. See y'all next week.